There we go. So
What
yeah,
the fuck?
you're saying Mr. Noir King, Black Love?
No, I was just saying, like, love in general, like, people in general, our society in general is based on, like, old 1800 Eastern European fucking philosophies. Like, our concepts of love that we have now today in this society are all based on old English uh, doctrine. It's kind of insane. Like, the idea of monogamy, bullshit. That was also something that was created during the, I want to say, 12th to 14th century, after they began to outlaw homosexuality. The next thing that happened was they outlawed polygamy due to the Inquisition, and the fact that it was hard to say that person with 7 wives was a sinner and that guy with 9 wives was not a sinner. So that shit had to end. You feel me? It's crazy. Like, and then of course as we know, King Harry came around and was like, I want divorce, man. They can't have no kids. But sir, stop. You shoot blanks. Nah, bro. These women can't have no kids, bro. I need divorce. And here we are.
But sir, you're shooting blanks.
Mm-hmm.
If I could go back in time, I go back and be a fucking doctor and just go be like, look, stop. Before you do what you about to do, you don't have to take your arm off. You won't get gangrene and die. It's in my arm though. You don't have to do that. It's a better way. It's a
You
better
don't
way.
have to
Are
cut
you
it
sure?
off.
Yo, did we just literally start this whole episode on just like that? Like just like
I was about to
we
say.
in there. We started on second base. We didn't
That's
jump
right.
on first.
What is
It
first
was
base?
hot. We came in hot.
What is first
Take
base?
us
Hey
to
man,
first
this show,
base,
Or ladies and
Take us to first
gentlemen.
base.
Yeah,
has
like
this show ever done things
you
by the
just came in
rules?
hot,
Ever.
bro. I know.
You're right. We need
Ladies and
look. We in
gentlemen,
there.
black men meet on Valentine's Day evening.
Fact.
Happy Love Day. What's up?
Hey man.
We came in this
Hey.
bitch hot. Like
Hey, I speaking of hot, I got a question. I actually got a question for y'all in this mug, and it's your Black Love
Can you say
showcase.
hello to everybody and say
I'm
all
yeah.
those rhymes?
yeah,
you just
that's what I'm
said?
saying. We
I
just
want a
came in
rhyme
this
too,
bitch
and I
hot.
want Brittany to have a rhyme.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
Okay.
you know how he always be like, and my boy whoop-de wop with the whoop-de wop.
and
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
hey man, I finally got it, yo.
Yeah, we
It's
should
the sum of
introduce the
man,
ladies.
not the grand total, but
It-
just a piece in the part of. Oh,
Hey, right.
no,
You
I
already know
actually
what it
had it.
is.
So I had it.
Oh man, got it. Man, Noir King got it. You know what I'm saying? Noir King, King of the Ring. Yeah, I mean. We got my man Age Zilla, older than Magilla Gorilla, but still a real thriller killer for real. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. I like that. That's with the gray hairs and don't play fair.
Look, there it goes. There it goes. We got Amani J, you know what I'm saying? Clean like the Everglades. She the
Beautiful.
greatest girl I've ever seen. Whew.
She's the greatest
And she's the
dancer.
reason I had the greatest days.
Aw.
All right.
Hello, Queen.
Touching moment.
we got Brittany with the bars like Whitney. She also auntie of the century. You know what I'm saying? If you get
Oh, okay. Fire.
Nene.
Delon.
I take pride in being a good auntie. Thank you.
Hey, man. And you know what? That's as much black love as anything else. And the question I got to actually officially set us off and open up the floor is, what is the good, the bad, and the beautiful when it comes to black love?
I
Hey,
like how you named it that, by the way.
I know, right? That was a good name.
And I like how
Appreciate
the ending was beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? Change the narrative a little bit.
It kind of pulled up my. I'm about to tear up and shit.
that. Wow.
It's all sensitive. We're
Hey,
getting
y'all been in the
sensitive.
chat. Y'all
Yaya's
chat?
in the chat.
That's what's up. man.
Another auntie.
Right.
Hi,
Auntie and
Auntie.
mama.
Hey. Well, anyone, don't take any of my advice this evening because I'm a love-stricken wreck in relationships and a bad heartbreak. And I can publicly just say that I have a tough exterior, but I'm a wreck inside. So don't listen to anything I say this evening.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm
I'm gonna put it out there. I actually inboxed the person who broke my heart and told her to tune in tonight. So I'm gonna put it on record.
Interesting.
Michi. Ah. There it is.
Yeah, man, my
Okay.
man
She,
put a-
publicly,
my man-
she's the one who broke my heart and did me dirty, and there it is.
Wow.
That
Hey,
Wow.
wait a
You wanted her
minute.
to tune in just so you
I
could
know, right?
put
Just
that
to-
on
yeah,
record?
no. It's serious. No, you have to understand. I am not just an average artist, but I'm an artist that like writes and draws and does video. And Michi knows, she did me in such a heartbreak that it would be moralized in my art. And I do it, and I do it in a tasteful way. But it's like my friends who hear my rap when I rap about it, it's like a blues person who's rapping about this hard heartbreak. I never like call her like a bitch or like fuck you. It's always some tasteful heartbreak type shit. I can write bars about Michi boy. Whew.
But and to be honest, most black men need an outlet to share their heartbreak. They keep it in, then they get with the next one, and so if you have a way to release, but I hope you have healing.
I'm high, I guess, but
Mhm.
so
Hey,
happy
man, I mean,
Valentine's
isn't
Day.
that like,
So look, hey, speaking
wouldn't
of
that
age,
be
do
as
you
much
want to
of
start
a
us off?
blanket?
Good, bad, and beautiful.
Black love, man. Like I
We all
said,
tripping.
to start off, I'm a survivor of a
Alright.
hard heartbreak,
Alright, grab him,
and
I totally forgot.
so black love. It's not always about
When
relationships. It's not always about
Narcan
like
goes,
It's black love should be
'cause he just sucked
experienced with your same sex, your homies, like I don't know. It's like I find it wild that some of my homeboys would know somebody have a homeboy partner and know him for all their life and like really not treat them the best, and then meet a female and start giving him his all within a week of knowing. I'm
Hey,
like,
man,
dude,
that's why friends get jealous.
where was all that love for your boys? Like you
Mm.
just go super, and I get it. Some cats are like that, but I feel like love should be experienced from. You should love your partners like you love your chick.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I said, take none of my advice tonight because I'm a wreck. So yeah,
No, that's cute. Put that on the shirt. Love your partners.
Right.
yeah,
I don't know, man. The homies,
dude, that
hey, man,
is
look,
right.
I love the homies from a distance because as much as I love you, yeah, you just a homie.
Well,
Like,
these
and,
niggas be snakes out here.
Yeah,
hey,
That shit
like, some
100.
people will take that love and turn that right against you.
right.
Be like, yep, okay, I see you, but now I got to end you.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
remember, I think the realest lesson in life: betrayal will never come from your enemies. All
Yeah,
right,
that's facts.
only those who seek to call themselves friends. So
Mhm.
don't love them too much. Don't.
But you know what? Even in this
But you know
scenario,
what it is?
yeah.
It's
Go
like
ahead,
it's
bro.
like loving a romantic partner. You gotta love the right ones. You gotta have the right friends.
It takes
Yeah.
bravery.
Right. And I think in
Yeah.
school
Trust.
we're taught to be friends with
Trust.
everybody, right? To play nice with everybody.
Yes, that's
But
true.
when you grow up,
Yes.
you gotta really like realize at some
Be
point in
selective.
time and activate selective friendships.
Yep.
You know, my dad
Yeah.
taught me, he was like, look, your real friends, you can count on one hand. One.
Mm.
And I'm like, that's facts.
You know,
dog.
yeah, that's facts, bro. As you
And
grow
my cousins
older, you
already took these ones.
yeah,
Right.
Right.
yeah.
Nah, that's real. That's real. Like, it's important to make sure that you don't give too much of yourself to the wrong people. Because again, man, there's three things in this world you can never have. You can never get back. Okay, you can never get back your time. You can never get back your dreams, and you damn sure can never get back the love that you give to someone who is unworthy. Because again, love is a circle, and if you really do it right, it comes right back to you, man. It's just never ending. You know, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. What'd you say last
But
show?
I think
Love is an action, not a word. Oh,
That was action, not
I-
a word.
when you said you can never, I love those three things, by the way. But when you said you can never give back your love, for me, I think I have more clarity now that I'm in like a healthy, loving relationship, and I don't have any regrets because I can't get the love back, but I wouldn't be the partner I am in my current relationship if I didn't have all those fucked up relationships.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't
I give you that.
necessarily, but when I was in it, I'm like, dang, I just wasted all my time. That was annoying. But when you make it out of it,
You
I
learn.
don't need it back. I learned. I don't need it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Hey, you
And
know what?
even in
That's important.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's important. Like real talk, the hardest thing about breaking up with somebody is, as much as I hate to use a Psychonauts reference, but that emotional baggage. Like people don't peep how they take that person with them into the next relationship. Like that was a
Yeah.
big thing for me growing up. I used to do that a lot. Like I get hurt by somebody, and then immediately 2 weeks later, I'm jumping into a head first into another relationship, bringing all that emotional baggage. Like, yeah, you're just like she was. I just met you literally today. Oh,
My bad, dog.
sorry. Yeah, like, like,
Flashbacks.
damn, now, facts. Like,
Niggas got
that's all messed
PTSD.
up. Ah.
You know what that made me think of?
Mm.
You're just like she was, but like I'm just like I was 2 weeks ago. And I say that to say there was so many hoops that I had to jump through for me to be at a level to attain this right here. And I really literally was in the middle of the ritual that I created for myself, where I had to go in the closet every night. And amidst that, he slid in the DMs.
Right.
So unexpectedly, and he was there, and then he visited me, and I said, okay, but I'm still mid-ritual, so like I'm about to go in my closet for a minute. So he's gonna have to wait because I'm not done. But that, like, I was doing stuff that was different for me to do and being very different, like even abstaining from sexual relations. At one point I thought I could never do that, but at that time I was at that space, and I really believe that when you vibrate differently, that whole you got to do love the right people stuff. I just think that's like universal law, to be honest with you. That's how much I believe in it.
Yeah.
I agree
I
100%.
mean,
The
like,
words you said, I'm sorry. When you say vibrating differently, when you vibrate different, you're gonna attract a certain energy. So, like, I mean, I could put a name on my breakup, but as Brittany spoke about it, it was a great learning opportunity. I mean, you learn from these moments. So, what's life without learning? You're gonna have these moments of like fucked up pain and shit like that, but you have to learn from it. So then it's not just in vain, I guess.
Exactly.
life
Just
without
for
strife.
nothing,
And speaking of the lovely ladies, do y'all want to share y'all good, bad,
Please.
and beautifuls?
You want to go? You want me to go?
You can go.
Okay. Shout out to my mom in the chat who said you can hella learn from an unloving mate. But do you want to? We always tell Niaji, you want to go the easy way or the hard way?
Right. It's a choice, son. You always got a choice.
So the good, the bad, and the beautiful. Well, we did a little walk earlier, and we were sharing time, and he said something that really made me like, ooh, want to crawl up out of my skin. About like just media and stuff, and like high value this and high value that, and how it's all about economics and like money. And then he was like, and that's just slavery.
Right.
And I was like, fuck. That hurts. That hurts because that's really the way that it was. It's kind of speaking to what you were saying earlier, Noir King, about like just the standards which we go by. Like, it's straight up, are we really just gonna put monetary values on each other? Is that really what it's about? Or even the ratings, like you said, you a 5, you a 9, whatever. But are we gonna have a kid though? Are we gonna raise humans?
You can be a good mom.
So,
you can be a good dad.
Right. So that is like the ugliest of the ugly to me. Like effects of slavery, or internalizing what we've learned about slavery, and just like how it is today. Any type of racial hurt that we internalize, that's like the ugliest thing that I can even imagine, to be honest with you.
What's the beautiful though?
The beautiful is if you don't believe the hype, if you refuse to drink the Kool-Aid of like generalizing what we're like, men are this, women are this, black men, black women, if you at least understand that the inclination to do that is not rooted in reality, then you are in a position where you're probably willing to do the work that it takes to unravel all of the shit that is wound up in us, and from from before we even come out. And on the other side of that is like the dopest shit that I could ever. You don't know until you know type shit. That's how it feels. And the last thing I'll say is something you made me think about, actually, Brittany, from something else we were talking about another time. And I was telling him today, I'm at a point where now, 2.5 years in, I'm like, the ground is firm and the foundation is strong enough for me to feel very comfortable to go into the world and put out something about what it means to me to have this. Not like, oh, I want to perform it because it's Valentine's Day, but like, no, I really want to share it because it's great and I want it for other people. And it's not like well, we could do it, you could do it. Not really, but it's like, no, I know what it took for me to have this. I know some of what it took for him to have this. I know what it takes for us to have it. And it's a lot of individual work that works out really great when you can live life with somebody as your partner in your life. So that's the most beautiful shit. It's beautiful, and I want it for all y'all.
Yep.
Right.
And if I can give you two a compliment, I think you two are amazingly beautiful. So let me just say
you
that.
so
Thank
much.
you.
We appreciate that. We get it from our papa. Look, we got the same grade. If I can answer that question, I would combine the good and the ugly together, kind of what we were talking about, where it's like, in a weird way, because black women, we can hold the most weight of anyone, right? In a good way, I kind of have pride in the fact that I was able to deal with toxic people or and make my way out, right? But that's also, I believe everything happens for a reason, so that's why I never have any regrets. And like the person I'm dating now, my lovely partner Jasmine, I met her 10 years ago when I was dating somebody else, had his whole initials tattooed. I was 18 and in love, right? And that relationship, looking back now that I'm about to be 30, I don't have like negative adjectives for it. We were young, you think whatever. And it's just like so crazy that I met her because I was his girlfriend. We were in the same spaces. And 10 years later, now I'm in this great relationship. And it's like back to not having regrets. Like that's a cliche example of like, if I would have regretted dating him, I would never be with my partner. And I would say the beautiful part about Black love is it's just so freeing when you have trust, when both of you are on the same, both people don't need to be perfect, but when you both know what you need to work on and you're actively doing that. I tell my partner that all the time. We're both Virgos, but I'm a bit more vocal, and it's like she's practicing, telling me right away if something's bothering her. I'm the type, if something's bothering you, I'm going to tell you right away. And it's like, as long as you have active communication and you're just having fun too, right? It's like, when I would say my cousin, my friend Janae, and my partner are like the three people I can completely be myself with. I can dance, I can rap, I can sing. And that's always my baseline. I work with numbers, and I always have, what's the baseline comparison metric? If I can be myself with you and you're my partner, then that's what's beautiful, because then I don't have to hide anything. And if I don't hide anything, then there's more love to be created.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beautiful.
Okay.
That was dope.
I feel
That was dope. That was dope.
Thank you.
That was good.
Yeah, I man, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that up, but
Use your old Black wisdom.
right, I'll share a few things. The good to me is this right here, what we're creating here in this space, and just how nice it is when we come together and we love each other the right way. You know, for all of us involved, and just like how we click. Because I'm gonna keep it real. I think as Black people, beyond anything that we could ever tell each other, we have like a certain understanding with each other. You know what I'm saying? And a certain connection with each other. And when the shit is real, we all feel it. We all activate it. We all tune in, you feel me? And we connect to each other. And that connection creates so many great things. The bad, to me, has a lot to do with slavery. The slavery affects the bad a lot. A lot, a lot. But there's post slavery things that affect us as Black people individually and as a group, which affects how we relate to ourselves, which affects how we relate to each other, how we relate to love, how we relate to union, all of that kind of shit. And for us to really be in love and be in a healthy kind of love, we all individually have to work those things out for ourselves, you know?
Yep. Ain't no way around that shit.
And that's hard as fuck. Keep it real. Yep. Okay. The
We having
beautiful.
our demons. We have our own demons.
You gotta open that closet and slay them shits.
Right.
It's like, I know y'all been up in here for 27 years, dog, but it's time to go.
Yeah.
Right.
You said the beautiful.
And the beautiful is that Black love has survived everything that has survived, and it's still strong.
Still
right.
standing. Still here.
We ain't going nowhere.
Never. Man, that's lit. Wow.
And you know, Black love, it doesn't always have to be couples too. I mean, people need to be passionate about the love for themselves and stand up Black men and be strong Black women, and you know, that Black love for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many degrees of this when you say Black love, you know?
Right. And when we as a people, I think it's important that we put that back into our cipher. We put this conversation back into our cipher, you know, and we talk about these kind of things with each other on platforms like this, but also off of platforms like this. And one thing I think about all the time is like our history and some of the stuff that we used to do. And we were just talking about this today. Like, there's actually a lot of books about Black love and about the state of Black love, right? Books from the 90s, books from the 80s and the 70s. And I don't know if there's as much communication today about what Black love is and what it looks like. And again, we just talking about this. And what I was saying about this high value man is that the high value man idea, nothing that they talk about has to do with how the man is as a father or as a partner. They reduce the man to an object, and his value is directly linked to how much money he makes.
Pretty much.
Right? How much work he can do within a capitalist system, which is the same as slavery. The high value man on the plantation is the one who can work the hardest, the one who can pick the most cotton because he's safe. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. And in the conversation of love, we got to talk about love as what it is. Ooh. Like self-love, relationships, compromise, all right? Work, collaboration, communication, feelings.
Feelings?
Hey, look, what are those?
No, but bro, what are those? Feelings? Wait. But see, mind you this, guys. Oh, go ahead, King. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we do that, I should probably answer the question, huh? I don't think I did that yet.
Hit us with it.
But yeah, no. Beautiful Black love. Wow, there's so much good, bad. Where does one start? I'd have to say though, the good of Black love, man. Honestly, like you said, man, this right here is building the village, having the tribe. You know, getting the people together, creating that space where you can be, like you said, be yourself. Nothing is more important than that. We as Black people have to put on these white faces to go out into this world that we live in. That's trash. So to be ourselves around our people, that's lit. Because again, sometimes it be our own that be after us the hardest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
That's ugly.
Right. You can be cutting that shit off in 2022.
as for the bad, I agree with SumOfMan. The capitalist society that the man has created is just absolutely trash. Like I talk about this a lot, but it's so true. Yo, when they ended slavery, when they emancipated the slaves, they realized two things. Number one, the system will work on poor people, and number two, hey, they will never question it as long as they don't have to. Nobody ever did. Hey man, so shit just kept rolling like it is.
Country.
Also, facts.
Privilege.
Valentine's Day in itself became such a mockery of what it started as, and the guy that they named it after was some fucking rapist from the 14th century. They sell things on Valentine's Day, right? Like pet rocks and mood rings, all bullshit. Like, did you know that mood rings actually do not change with your emotions? Okay, ladies, they change with the heat in your hand.
I don't own mood ring things.
Yeah, if you've ever had a mood ring in your life and you was like, "Oh my god, it felt my feelings." It does not feel your feelings.
It felt my feelings.
No, it is the heat in your hand that activates the stone, which will change the color in the rock. And why do I say this? Because they use things like this to confuse what love is. They tell you that these things like mood rings will help you see a better version of yourself, and that is totally ass. The only person who is ever going to be able to tell you how to be a better you is you. Okay? Look, I said it, and I'm going to end here. I said this on the last episode, and I'm going to say it till I die. All right? No therapist on earth is ever going to be able to help you. Okay? Ever. I don't give a fuck how much school they went to. I don't care what kind of degrees they got. Fuck all that bullshit, because they get paid to tell you what you want to hear. All right? They don't help you with the problem. They only teach you how to work around it. Why? Because how is somebody gonna help me? Like Chris Rock said, "Hey yo, if I get into a plane and I got more knowledge than the pilot, that's a problem."
That felt like a tip of an iceberg statement right there, but okay.
And I'm just saying, bro. Like it's real. Like this is the negative of black love. Like they destroyed the dynamic. You know, I talk about this on the show a lot. Fucking welfare, child support, all that court. The way that the way that the court system, the way that the fucking child court is set up in America for the black family is absolute ass. Okay, absolutely. Fuck any low income family in general is ass. You don't have to be black. You can be any race, and you getting fucked if you end up having a kid and your partner or significant other is like, you know what, you man, I'm out. It's bad.
Even if you look at how media shows the black relationships, and you know, I mean, the music, come on, I mean, we all know bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks and shit like that, you know, fuck these niggas, and you know, it's in our music. So we push it forward. So like it's like when you like, even Najee says feelings, like we don't have feelings. Feelings. What are those? Like so it's like we're in this world where like the brothers are obviously hardcore now. And the sisters are hardcore now. Fuck you looking at? Like you brothers, yo, there are so many beautiful women that like have this aura of do not step to me. Do not and I get it. Sisters, like I get it. It'd be so much bullshit with these bum ass niggas. I feel it. I feel it. But I mean, and I'm not like, hey, it's so much we could address, and I'm not trying to put any thing in the negative light, but it's just like real, like it's real. Like it's hard out here. It's everyone. It's not just hard, but hardcore out here.
Yeah,
it's hardcore out here.
It's interesting. Well, there's many things that I wanted to say.
No, speak up. That's why we're here. Please.
Well, kind of what you were saying about like, oh, women are hardcore, and it's interesting because I think if everyone, not just women or men, has the energy or the extra second to look at people as a product of their experience instead of just what they're seeing, then it will we have more understanding, right? So when you said girls are hardcore, I don't know what you said about like don't look at me, I'm like that, I'm small, I grew up in Oakland, you know, and what did I get on my way? What did I get on my way coming from San Leandro, which is not Oakland? I get off the bus in Oakland. What did I hear every day walking home? Hey, bitch, I'm talking to you. Da, 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 da.
Yep.
So it's like I don't address every Black man like that, but I'm saying if you know, and in my household too, we, you know, in any Black household, if you want to hear, if you have, it's kind of flight or flight most times, just because this is how shit is. So it's like the way we talk, the way we react is not because I was born to be this way. It was because I'm a product of everything that I saw. Yes.
Yep. We all are,
and
sister.
What were you gonna say, Money? I saw your hand up.
I did, thank you. I was gonna say, what was something you said, Age? You said media, bitches, hoes, and
The music,
shit.
the music,
Cupcake, no
like,
feeling.
Yeah, that was the theme song. That was the theme song.
Every time when we let's play.
No, seriously.
For hood niggas in the Bay everywhere.
And I charge for the thing extra large.
Right.
No, I'm just seriously. Oh, wait. Look. The most romantic,
bitch.
the most
like
look in that
ATM card.
But see, look, really comfortable with those songs. But look, the most beautiful love song in our generation is probably Method Man and Mary J. Blige, and that ain't no fucking. That's about as sensual as it gets for our generation.
Shout out to my mom's wedding. Though. That's the song they walked down the aisle to.
Anniversary.
That's cute too.
True. That's
but
true.
if you gonna walk down the aisle like a real nigga,
but no, yeah, right.
No, come on, yo,
it's like we like
it. I'm about the hip hop heads though. That's our shit.
But we really on the other tip.
Pull out your guns, shoot them in the air.
Can I say? Yes. Can I say
Yes.
something that Noir? When you said something about therapy, I had my first real therapy session tomorrow, so
yay!
I have a comment on what you were saying. But I think it applies to any relationship, brother, sister, partners, where yes, this lady went to school and she's reading things that some probably white person put in a book, and now she has a degree, right? But it's not about, in my opinion, I don't think it's about her telling me something and then I'm like, okay. It's her helping me navigate, her helping me help myself. And so I relate that to partnership as well, because I feel like I Lightweight was a therapist, a group home, X, Y, and Z for other people that I've dated. And I can't tell them what to do. And I think that I realized that I may have tips to help them figure out why they're in their mind or why they're upset. But if they're not going to do the work, they're not going to do the work. So I think that applies to all kind of relationships.
Oh no, 100. And this is my thing. When I rag on therapy, I don't rag on it because I do not like it, or nor do I not believe in it. It's just knowing the history of it. I can't. It's like trying to support. It's like trying to support drugs.
It would take something. I guess there's an obstacle there of why you.
I get the drug game, right? But I don't support it. I understand why it exists, but I will not be like, yeah, that shit's right. You should totally go out there and sell drugs.
Right.
Not at all.
Right.
I think that therapy exists because people are narcissists and arrogant as fuck. I think that if you need someone to talk to, go ahead and do that. By all means. I'm not telling anyone just like my thing on religion. I don't tell anybody not to go worship Jesus, but I will sit here and question why it is that you wish to worship the God of our oppressors.
Yeah. I
I
remember I was going to
digress.
say it, by the way.
And you know,
But
Brit said something that was really important, that you can get all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't apply it, like it's in one ear and out the other. So
Right.
it didn't work for you
it's
anyway. Like if you're not gonna apply the knowledge, you shouldn't have just sat and wasted your time
And
anyway.
money.
exactly.
Right.
And money.
Right.
It
Yeah.
all comes down to discipline, man. Self-discipline. Look, they say that black people, look, one of the things in the Boondocks that stuck with me is when fucking Ruckus spoke up and was like, I work 57 jobs. And I find it ironic that I work 7 jobs before most black people get out of bed. That shit pissed me the fuck off. You know why? Because that implies that we as people don't do shit. That's utter nonsense. Absolute ass. So when I hear anyone tell me, hey, you can't, I just remind them that there's people who wake up every day to dribble a ball and they don't go to college, okay? At all. They don't do shit, okay? And they get paid more than you will ever see in your entire lifetime. And you went to college, all right? So don't tell me that, okay? The teachers that teach you make less money than the garbage men that pick up your trash.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, really. Really. Nigga with a high school
Now,
degree.
now,
Right.
and again, back to the media thing. The media will also betray you because they tell you that, oh, you can go to college, you can do all this, and you still won't make no money. Okay, well, you're right. You don't have to do any of that because at the end of the day, you can get into public service and make more money and have better benefits than most people who go out and do way more dangerous jobs. Also, fun fact, like I said 1,000 times, firefighters, both male and female, get paid the same amount of money, and they need female firefighters. Okay, like need them. Even if you can't complete the training, you will get on a team. You just have to show up. It's probably the only job in the world that you get by just showing up. So think about it. That's the actual shout out to the fire department,
Okay. I
especially
like
here in
that.
California.
Right. And
Facts.
shout out to the homie who worked for the fire department too.
Yeah, facts. We for sure need
And shout out to the
all
prisoners
firefighters.
who have to do
Yeah,
it for free and then they can't even get the real job when they get out.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
No,
Right.
yeah,
Fucked up.
that's
That's fucked up in the game.
Hey, but you know what? Shout out to Gavin Newsom for creating that work. Or Newsom way back. Was it Newsom or Brown? One of them who created that program for the convicts because it does help them get time off of their sentence
Off of their
bit.
life. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, also off their life because again, inhaling.
Yeah, dangerous ass smoking shit.
Okay, I have something I remembered.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Take it away, Mom.
And it had to do with this idea that we talk about or highlight everything but the realest shit there is, which is raising children together and family dynamics.
Ooh.
It's because I don't know of any big timing ass commentary, whatever the fuck, in media, whether it's mainstream, social, whatever the fuck, that really be like, you know what, black people need to have some kind of guidelines about how to blend their families because most people have several people they had kids with. Sure, it would be great for some people to be born into a world where they only have 2 parents and they think, you know, I think I'm going to be selective about who I have kids with because it's a big ass deal. But if that's not the case, and it hasn't been, it rarely is for so many reasons, then the next best thing is how do you deal with the reality that we live in? And most people are doing that. Even our big ass family that me and Brittany come from, it's only probably 2 sets of siblings who have the same 2 parents. And we have like 20 something cousins. So most of our elders had kids with at least 2 people. At least. So yeah, like I understand when you were talking about earlier off of this about, you know, I went through what I went through. Of course, I didn't want to put it out there, like, whatever. It's better to just kind of try to get through it or whatever and come out on the other side. And another part of that is, like, it's embarrassing for some reason. It makes you feel shameful that you had some type of situation that wasn't as great as you wanted it to be. And I think it's so messed up in one sense that we pin so much on like romantic relationships particularly, to a point where we have to be isolated in them, whether it's going really well or whether it's going really bad. Because it's the village shit. It's the village shit that's black.
Right, and we all here together in this mug.
You're right. And as you said, Age, it ain't just love romance. It's like I'm somebody's additional mother role. But they have a mother. You know what I mean?
And you know what? This world is so. I mean, people got jokes, and it's so opinionated. And sorry if you got I mean, it's really sad, but your baby daddy's a bum. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't want to the idea of, okay, at my age, 52, the idea of most females will have a child, right? At least one. If I'm gonna date, okay, I'll date a female with a child. That's cool. Like, that's not even a big deal. If I'll be a part, do my part, all that, right? But when I have to, like, you have to wait, hold up. Who's the baby daddy? Like, oh, that nigga? Like, Tyrone? You got a baby by that bum ass dude, and I know that dude and how shady he is, and I can't picture myself.
Do you judge the woman?
No, bro, it's not really judging. It's not judging the woman, but see, he's such a bum. Cause see, like, I know we dudes have different relationships with dudes. Like, there's something I would know about if I know this dude, or I got ties by 6 degrees, I could find out the dirt.
More.
And no matter what she knows, I'm like, I got to start looking at, well, I'm going to be 6 degrees in a relationship from this bum ass nigga. And I know this nigga's no good. And I know this nigga's shady. And I know all type of, and do I really want that? Because I'm going to see him on Thanksgiving and Christmas and maybe random calls talking. I don't know. Like, and she could be a doll and have her shit together and mine and beautiful and all that. But the fact that she gets that bum ass baby daddy, I don't want to. It's real. Yeah.
Without a restraining order.
But brother, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, he ain't working. You may have to pull something out on the late night. This nigga knocking at the door. I'm fucked up. Can I talk to him? I'm like, yo.
Yeah,
I don't want to
these things.
Right.
All these things. You know what I'm saying?
Some of these niggas really be wilding out here.
Come on, no, guys. We're just fortunate. We brothers are reasonable, intelligent working brothers. My brothers, we got jobs. We can maintain. We ain't some grimy ass D boys at 32.
Kanye ain't grimy, and he posting all his pictures.
Hey, but
Kanye's going through a mental health thing, though.
But so are a lot of these baby daddies.
Yeah, that's true.
Too.
Yeah,
a lot of undiagnosis in the hood. But can I answer Amani's question real quick? Okay, so that brings up an interesting thing that I like to converse with some of the parents that I worked with a lot. As you know, we develop as children. Like Imani said, it is interesting to have a dynamic where the parents and the siblings aren't necessarily all related by the same familial ties, right? And if you don't know, for those out there in the world that do not know, your familiar ties are the literal ties that bind you to your parents. When you are born, you as a baby, you imprint on your mother or your father first, right? And that those people pretty much guide you through your life, even when they are not doing stuff. So when you're in the kitchen and your mom is, you're the mom and you're making spaghetti dinner or whatever, and the father is like, hey, that dinner was awesome. Your child, you may not think anything of that, but your child will remember that moment for the rest of their life as, wow, this spaghetti was 1,000 times better because my dad said this to my mom. You feel me? And she made it with extra love, and now it's like so much better. And they will remember that fact more than anything else. They won't. They don't. It's crazy how imprinting on children works. But that brings up the negative though of that dynamic. When you have a toxic relationship, when you have parents that don't communicate, when you have problems where you don't show affection. Like for me personally, one of the things that I noticed in my relationships is that I showed too much affection too early, and it would scare people away because they're like, "Oh, what is wrong with you? Like, yo, give me space. I need to breathe." And I'm just like, "But I love you," you know. And it's like, okay, all right.
I can relate.
Yeah. So, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, why is this? And again, like I said, again, as I mentioned on the show before, it is because I did not have that dynamic of father and a mother to balance how love is distributed between partners. So in my thought process, I'm like, okay, cool. Or if I just do this, you feel me, and just show you unimaginable, unregulated love, then you obviously by default will do the same back to me. And then I don't get that back, and now I'm angry and I'm pissed, and I'm like, well, why aren't you doing what I'm doing? Because do you not see how much I care? And it's like, yeah, no, dog, that's not how you get a point across, though. That's not how relationships work. It is you know, it's a back and forth. It's a push and pull. It's a balancing act. You know, you can't just push at it. So it's important, you know, when you have multiple children with multiple parents in one overarching relationship, to show equal affection and appreciation and just love and understanding throughout. Like patience, man. If I can say that one thing I have learned in my old age on this world, it is patience. You can get so much more done by just sitting there and being like, maybe we should talk about it. You know, like facts, because you never know. That moment might just be like, damn, it'll take people back. Like, wait, really? Yeah. Like we don't have to. You don't have to get angry. You don't have to be mad. You can use your words. People do understand. I know it is a radical concept to, you know, try to piece together, but people pretty much live the same shitty life that you do. It's just they don't talk about it, you know.
Right.
Like and like my peoples may not have been as shitty as your peoples, but I guarantee you they did something to you in your life that you was like, that motherfucker right there, I'm gonna trip you. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna punch you. I'm just gonna trip you one day. And you're gonna be like, damn, why'd you do that? You know, that's it. You know,
Trip you.
Some of the things that what you're saying about, it's interesting because what's coming up for me when you're talking about, I hear like love language. It's the corny term, but I think it really matters that I feel the same way with you, where I felt that I showed too much affection quick. And at some point, I feel like it was age 27, 28, I realized that that's my gift. I don't need to feel bad about it. If you're the person who can't receive it or think I'm clingy or it's too much and you don't want to be boo and wifey material so quickly, then you're not for me. And so I just think that even from our parents, we directly and indirectly learn what love language is. Like, hey, if my dad is all lovey-dovey on my stepmom and decides to dance and she wants to, that's cool. Or if he does something else and she doesn't, then that's not cool. Like there's signals. And I think luckily for me, I feel confident enough to like advocate for how I like to be loved. I'm very affectionate. If you're not that, then we can't be together. And I think that goes for all relationships, whether that's with your family. You know, some people don't even hug each other. There's some families, I'll go to my best friend Deborah's house. I got to kiss all her aunties before I even get my plate of food. You know, some families have affection, some don't, you know? So that was coming up for me where I can be clingy, and if you don't like it, then we're not
I mean,
together.
I ain't clinging to you.
Oh yeah, no.
Right.
Hey, yeah, big facts, man. Know thyself. I art thou. Know
Mm-hmm.
thyself. It is important to know what you like, know what you want, and go get it. Because if you don't, people just keep walking all over you, and you wondering why these relationships don't work. Man, you ain't saying what's your piece. Speak your piece,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, closed mouth don't get fed.
That's
You
But
it.
know,
wait, closed mouths don't get fed. But some people aren't as comfortable as me or Amani in our
yeah,
Oh
vocal.
yeah,
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 You
yeah,
know, like
yeah, yeah.
I'm
oh yeah.
very. I learned that at work. I work with all different kind of people, like white, Asian, or come from different backgrounds, and it's like legit on some culture shit at the basics. Like
Mhm.
nobody speaks up, and that's just because they're a
Mm-hmm.
product of how they were raised. So
Yeah, yeah.
Big
it
facts, big
closed mouths.
facts.
But there's a difference between advocating for yourself and having a partner who can see when you're not, and to what you said, open the door to like create conversation and understanding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, exactly. Again, it is a two-way street, and nobody gets it overnight. No relationship is perfect. I don't care what Instagram tells you. All right, nobody out there living that fairy book. Like that's why it is a story. I mean, this is why I think another thing too. Like our society is built a lot on like the media portrayal of romance and what it is, like how the girl gets saved by the guy, right? Or even when the guy's at the lowest point, the girl always comes in at the last moment to like save him and be there. Like we see it in all our action movies. It's in all our romance movies. It's in any book you can pick up. It's everywhere. Like it's almost impossible to escape the narrative that someone or your partner will be there to save you if something goes wrong. Right? That's the ultimate goal of having a partner, to know that they have your back. Right? And I'm like, that's great and all, but sometimes there's situations where you have to be like, this shit ain't working. You feel me? Like I get it, and you can still have that person's back. You can still love them. You can still be there for them. You can still, like you said, though, you have to. Yes, at a distance, you got to be able to be like, "Hey,
It's a
I
love.
love
That's what
you."
they call it.
Yeah, but
And
over
and
there,
and you know what? If you have you should have a certain type of love for yourself before you
Thank you.
have love for anybody else. And when I say that, because
And
it's
during.
clearly and clearly like I mean, okay, so yeah, I'm very vocal about my breakup, but let's not get it twisted. I've had some very great female friends and relationships also. And in all my relationships I've always let them know that they were second to my art.
Mm.
But I would want to be second to their dreams. Like I
Mm.
just met you.
Wow.
Look like I just met you today.
Wow.
You're amazing. I think you're dope. But you should have a dream or passion that's not
yes,
me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But
care.
you,
Like because even though I'm heads over crazy over you right now, love. Like I gotta draw. I gotta work. I mean, I got such a regiment that I'm gonna check in. I mean, it's all about
I'm
you,
a
but
whole
like
full person.
like I got a schedule. I got dreams I gotta get, and like I think you're dope, but you gotta have a dream also. And a lot of times I've dated females that like, and it was cool because I'm trying to like almost get them on their dream too, like because I'm so hard about mine. But it's like
it's
you said,
annoying when you have to do that though.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
it is.
Both
Bro.
this
Like
is
you're
my
trying
first
to,
relationship. Yeah.
yeah, you're trying to almost like you're so motivated about your dreams, and you got this person, you're like, yo, come on, let's go, and they're just there. They're a great look, great company, great for laughs, but they have no dreams, and it's like,
Yeah. No ambitions is
hey,
that
sucks.
that don't work when the
ambition.
ambitions don't match.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
another thing is, cats need to understand when you say match, you have to be true to yourself. If you're B, like, yo,
Truth
brother,
to
speak the
yourself.
truth to yourself.
Right.
If you's a
Right.
C plus, C
Right.
minus dude, I mean, you could take your shot, but
But you
Always take your shot,
shoot
no matter.
inside the
Hey, first
range.
off, men, yeah, hey,
shoot it.
men,
If you know your 2-point
Anybody-
shot is really good, don't be out there taking threes.
Oh, but the King said this last episode about the homie who speak on the King.
Which one?
You said your homie who had the chick that's like super bad, and he's just like
he just couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't take it. She was too fine.
Yeah,
He was a 6, she was a 9. It was like
this this girl, she was
One
like
was
Mariah
secure,
Carey,
one was
and she
not.
hit me up. Fact, she hit me up, and I was like, I can't even mess with you because you like, damn, like wow, like I was so insecure in self. I was like, nah, I can't even do that. Like you gotta stay away from me. Like, it's just like we could be friends. Nah, we can't even be friends because I'm gonna end up fighting somebody. We're gonna go out and it's gonna be bad. So it's
Know yourself and your limits, huh?
facts. But no, I was gonna say though, men, all men out there, look, yo, take your shot at whoever that you feel that you should take your shot at because you don't know what they're thinking, and don't look at it like there's a mountain of a woman that you cannot go and approach, because that's a terrible way to look at life, and you'll hate yourself. You'll live with regret. You'll wake up one day and you'll think about all those women that passed you by and that you just like, I should have talked to her. No, you should have. Even if she said no to you, man, you should still talk to her anyway.
I've actually done that.
Yeah, facts.
I've actually said walked up to a female and said, you know what, I just gotta say something because I'm gonna regret if I don't. So hi. I mean, it was a strikeout, but like, hey, it's good. I mean, I was even tripping.
And being on the receiving end of that, I remember I was on Telegraph or something like kind of close to the 40s, and some dude came up to me, and then we literally, with a complete stranger who's not my type, we end up having pho, having lunch. And it's like, but then when the lunch is over, I'm having lunch with you because how you approached me, and I can tell it's like you went out of your comfort zone. So I'm not like pressed. I'm not in a rush, so we can have lunch. But me having lunch though doesn't mean that I'm interested. But I think that if more people kind of
in a romantic way.
Yes, I feel like if more people erase kind of what they think they like, or for me, I'm dating for a woman for the first time. I've never dated a woman ever in my life, and it's like when we can. Back to what your guys are saying, racism and patriarchy, all of that. If you can erase what you think you're supposed to be with or the type of person, and it's funny because we have these ideas of who we think we're going to be with, but the people we're currently dating don't even match that. So really, you're lying to yourself anyway. So go to dinner with some guys, and then just be like, oh, we're just friends. You know, give everybody a chance.
Because hey, look, do y'all think I thought I would be with this woman? No.
I didn't even know he liked black women. I just thought he liked large white women. That's what I thought. Because when I met him, he was with a large white woman. Why? Like, you know,
keep that shit a buck, my nigga. Keep that shit a buck.
And when him and her broke up, I saw him trying to make out with another large white woman. I said, "Oh, he has a type." And then he got with his son's mom, who's black, and we all cheered just because she's black.
She heard the song, but she didn't believe what I was saying.
Hey, you know what? I remember that.
Lord Jesus, Lord.
I remember when he was like, "Yo, this my new girl," and everybody was like, "Damn, for sure."
Right. She had a good heart, man. She had a good heart. Okay, I liked her. She was cool. But
you two look cute together, though. Y'all really do look kind of cute together.
Thank you.
These ones.
No, you know what? Though, hold up. I think I asked you guys this, but do you guys ever like battle rap each other on some shit like?
Yes, and no.
Yes, and no. I want to hear it. Yeah.
I mean, in real life, we're on the low.
I'm a better writer, and he's a better freestyler.
We kind of try to like out-rap each other.
Yeah, I do.
We try to flame each other in the booth.
If we're on the same song, we're on the low trying to out-rap each other. We're not. It's not like, oh, I'm trying to out-rap you. I'm better than you. But it's like, you did that.
Oh, you did. Okay. Yeah.
Multisyllabic for multisyllabic. All right, I see you. Oh, you upgraded the rhyme scheme.
But back to what we were saying, Mani and Najee, that I know, and not a lot of people go off of looks or whatever, but it's like, if you don't give yourself a chance, really it's giving yourself a chance, then you guys wouldn't be sitting here. So many people who are around you, who see your battle raps in the cars. You give the world life, right? And imagine if you wouldn't have done that just because, oh, he's not my type. Oh, Amani's out of my league. Like that's like a basic way of thinking. And it's easier said than done, but it's crazy if you just stop and think anything. The job, white people apply for jobs all the time. They're not qualified.
They don't even have degrees and shit. Apply for shit.
Exactly. What do people of color do? They scroll to the bottom to the requirement section and then exit.
I ain't got no degree.
Bachelor degree. Oh, I can't do this.
Bachelor.
Apply for it. Apply.
Right. Because
apply for Amani.
You never know.
Amani, apply for.
Take that shot. That's what you're saying. Take that shot.
Take that shot. And look, I shot that shot with confidence.
Hey.
I shot it like I knew I was going to succeed.
And that made a difference. And you know what else happened?
Yeah.
He tried to give me a kiss one day, and I just knew that I was not trying to give him a kiss at that moment. So I just was like, oh.
So I just kissed him on the cheek.
And he just kissed me on the cheek, and I was like, you're not mad? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. No, ain't nobody tripping. Rome was not built in a day. Come on, stop it.
That's some real nigga shit, though. That's
real shit. No, you know what? I'm gonna be some real shit. I love this podcast off top, and it makes me want to be real. And I feel the more open you are. So, like, as I've gotten older, if I smash the first night, I date, like, it's not like a bad thing, but I don't really mind waiting. I really don't mind going out and like making actually for Meech, like the reason why it hurts different with Michi because I actually said, Michi, let's date. Like, let's do it right. Like, I was like, look, because we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out, and these kids are going to come, and I want them kids to know we did it right by the book. So let's date. And she was just like, what? Like, oh, my God, you're actually trying to be right. You're trying to come. I think that kind of freaked her out. Like, hold up. This nigga's trying to really come correct. And this my running the streets, and like them days may come up ending if I fuck with this dude, and I'm not ready for that yet. I'm still hot and I can still do me.
Girls,
so
winter.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So because I was like, man, and I think that kind of because some females like, you know, you're not nigga, you ain't got a date, huh?
If Michi came back around in December 2022 and said, you know, ever since that podcast and whoop wop and this and that.
Vulnerable.
You know what? I'm gonna say like this, real shit. Like, I am a G like that, where I can see the universe pulling us back together, and she finding out them niggas was bums, and I'm the best thing smoking for her. But I'm also not gonna shoot my own foot off. So, if things were aligned correctly, I would be open for it.
Okay.
But we would have to be on some grown up, but like you said, like
Britt was saying,
you have to clean it up, talk about it, and maybe that's exactly what we need to do is to, like, you know, start with some real conversation.
We could be like 106, a morning show. We could dial her in.
Call her. That look funny.
I'm gonna be Sonic G.
Hello.
Sonic G.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Beautiful that you're open. Sorry, I made a joke, but that's beautiful that you're open to to possibilities. But you're not open to the same possibility. It has to be a new one where you both. You're not the same person when you have came to with the water.
Exactly.
Cheers.
Be a real nigga about it.
Right.
And require realness. This dude told me. Tell him.
You got on that one
after he
on
go.
that need.
Your uncle's.
And that's like,
we can't really hear you, Noir. That's why we keep interrupting you. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. These headphones are
okay.
Yeah. But I was gonna say HC, what it is that you need her now, right? Instead of at first you wanted her, now you need her, and that's an adult situation, dog. Like, look at you.
Well, you know, the ugliest thing about me, bro, is I'm an artist first. Everyone knows they're second to my art. So, I mean, it's a different thing for me because I feel like an artist, a true artist, they know if they wake up in the morning, and even if their partner is good, and like you look over your significant other's breathing and the kids are good, you're actually thinking about your art project before you're thinking about your family. You're like family's good, so shit, I'm about to go to the studio, or I'm about to and I'm saying, like, when you're so focused on your art or your dreams, shit don't hit you the same. Like a heartbreak don't hit you as hard as somebody who has no dreams. Like you're like, oh, you're crying about it, but you still got to work on your shit.
You have, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got a passion. You got like
Part of
other
your heart
things.
is not gonna break, and that's
Yeah.
that creator part.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of
You're gonna
people,
touch it.
a lot of dudes, when if they have nothing but material and a job, their girlfriend break up with them. That's how niggas be like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna stalk this bitch until my last day because that nigga had nothing else but her.
Right,
Yep.
right, and
Put
you
too
and,
much
That
and
bum
you
ass
put too much
nigga.
relationship like that.
What you say?
Don't put the pussy on a pedestal, homie. Gotta get you so bad.
I didn't say it.
I was just about to give Age a compliment where he's like, niggas ain't. I'm like, we ain't even got to say nothing because you. And then here he comes.
Keep
Don't
it a
put
buck.
the
Keep it a
pussy on
buck.
a pedestal.
But you know, it's the
Yeah,
That's not
music.
what Kendrick said.
Put the pussy on a pedestal.
Kendrick
That should be a
didn't
song.
say what you said. Actually, Kendrick said he would do that.
And you know what? That's
I
it. Yeah.
mean,
Kendrick has never had
you
heartbreak.
look,
Kendrick's been with the same
you
chick for forever and a day.
you
So
got to
he can
put the
say
right
that.
one on the pedestal. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm saying.
saying?
Because, bro, our hip hop guides us.
Right,
So
it's
I
it's like
mean,
Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can't just trade it for whatever the fuck you
yeah,
want to trade
yeah,
it for.
yeah,
It got to be equivalent.
shit. I mean, come on.
Nanoseconds. Okay, can we first off hold on? Can we give a shout out to Dr. Jones? That was an amazing move that he pulled off in the fraction of a time that he had. All right, look, I don't even. I wish that we could again go back in time to relive young Leonardo DiCaprio as Indiana Jones because that was awesome. But yeah, that was just what the ball you ran.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be the right object. You know what I'm saying? Right size, right shape, right personality.
Dimensions, weight.
Right, all of that.
Nanosecond. He did that in seconds. He just
Boom, this
he
is
swiped that out. It was smooth as fuck.
Peter Piper picked the back.
Yeah, and you know, our music, we're such, like, honestly, we're all hip hoppers, right? So hip hop directs us in, like, how, I mean, LL Cool J, like we said, we spoke about that before. LL Cool J taught us young that you could be a hip hop dude and be in love and
Need love.
need love. That's cool.
And
But
nobody's
like,
talking about that.
our music today is so ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit is ridiculous. Like,
Right, from the girls and
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like
both
the
sides.
females with the red ass P, man, it's just nuts.
Even Lil Nas X just talking about fucking everybody.
Fucking Satan.
But it's crazy because on
was
one
like-
hand, when we talk about Kanye and where half the people are saying, "Oh, he's doing too much," but then there's the memes that are coming out now that are like, "If you're not gonna want me back like Kanye, then I don't want it." Like where it's funny, but girls really like that obsessive type of toxic situation. So it's so crazy how hip hop does, and music in general, just where young women think it's okay to deal with certain things because that means he loves me.
Right.
That's not the
Oh,
way.
And
you deserve love in a better way.
And that's been a thing for a minute, and I think that with these young people it's even worse. You know, and
that's what you get in the absence of having something at home to point to.
Right.
Exactly.
Right, like some real love.
It's something to be able to say, well, that's TV and this is real life. But if there is nothing like that going on in real life, there's no reference point, then that's the only reference point you get, and that's fucked up.
Hey, man, may I say something too to that? It is very, like you just said, it is very easy, especially when the kids today, like for me growing up, not just me personally, but like my kids, it was more like cartoons, comic books, action figures, pogs, dolls, stuff like that, right? But the kids today, they don't have that. They got TikTok, they got video games, they got Facebook,
Snapchat.
they got all these things that are like right in their face, showing them what other people either are going through, are living through, are experiencing in their relationships, and they're internalizing that, and they're thinking that, okay, well, if you're not doing this for me, then it ain't with it. Or if you're not treating me this way, then it's not with it. Like Family Guy had a joke where it was like, Stewie, if you want to pick up that what's her name, Olivia, you gotta treat her like shit. And I'm like, I mean, you could do a little bit. Like you gotta, you can't let her walk. Don't let her walk over you, because then that. But
right when we're in elementary, ooh, you have the cooties. Like it's so crazy how it literally
right, and then the
started.
programs are set
It
as
started,
to interact with each other.
Treating you like that means I like you. Why?
Right.
Yes.
Man, do you know I
like you?
have students right now. I have some of the cutest little students at my school, and the young ladies are beating the shit out of the boys, and the boys are taking it like champs. I'm like, is that what's popping? Like you're getting lumped up by this female that claims like
claim she likes you, claim she loves you.
Like she's beating your ass.
Right.
Hey man, look,
I'm about to do an incident report.
In ancient Sparta, that's how it was. Like if you were not strong, you were not having babies. That is what it was. So I mean, it harkens back to a time of primal youth in us. It's so weird how humans regress like that. There's like a couple generations, and then they go back to living like we were savages again. Weird.
Hey, but check this out. No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's interesting to me that even now, today, here in the damn near 23rd century now, damn near almost. Oh no, we're still too far away for that. But it's just interesting to me how still doing the same shit. Like it's so funny. Like it's really hard to explain, but we still squabbling over the same stupid shit. Like
you know what, we are doing the same shit, but then there are pockets of those people doing different. I mean, it's not the masses. The masses are doing the same shit, but there are pockets of people doing different, like even this podcast, even us. You know what I'm saying, Najee, the beautiful queen. I'm saying examples of black love. Even us as brothers, we show love for each other here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but for the masses, there are a lot of dumb shit. Niggas are gonna be niggas. So
niggas gonna be niggas.
Niggas gonna be niggas.
That made me think of how, like, I don't know if guys do this, but girls sometimes where we judge other women for putting up with certain things, and it's like, there's a balance of one. I don't want to do that, but there's a balance of like, hey, let's love each other and let's hold each other accountable for how we want to be treated, because if I let this dude know this is not what I'm putting up with, then hopefully the next person he's with, like, I feel like in a perfect world, if more people can speak up and stand up for the right way to love people and set boundaries and not allow bullshit, I think it would have a trickle effect where you go to the next girl, but she's gamed up. She's not game goofy. So now you're not going to treat her that way, because men have a standard that we're kind of upholding. And I just think, to your point, there's little pockets and there's breaks in the chain. So it kind of keeps festering, but shit, it ain't gonna fester over here in this little group.
Right. And sometimes that's all we can do. We as individuals and as human beings, we only in control of ourselves, and we have a limited amount of control over the surroundings that we create. You feel me?
A thing to that though too, it is important, like you said.
5 minutes left.
All right, cool. It's important, like you said though in the beginning, about, again, one of the most important takeaways from this episode today is know yourself. Love yourself first. Then you're able to love everyone else. You feel me? Know what you are, know what you like, and that don't have to be for everybody. You feel me? Like, not everybody has to know. Like Najee said, I ain't gotta put everything out there on blast like that. You just tell the people who are important to you, and then that's cool. You move on, and they know the rest of the world ain't gotta know.
That's facts,
man. And this was a really good show yet again. Uh, bringing the bam bams and the wham whams and the emotional damage. But it's
Family
okay.
love and
Emotional
black love.
damage.
Love it.
Emotional damage.
But it's good.
Hey,
It's
we
good.
got some mana packs, so it's all
Hey.
good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, good episode tonight, guys. Solid.
Thanks for inviting
sure.
me, Money.
So good
Thanks
to
for
have
holding
you.
space, guys.
This is dope.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Too, baby.
Yeah, I'm playing
Thanks
the
for
guitar.
asking for me. Hey, back.
Mm-hmm. It was a request. The fellas requested that we include y'all in here.
Yeah, this is
Alright.
dope. We need to do this more often.
Right.
Black love, black
Right.
love.
And it's important. I think, Brittany was asking like what we as men do and talk about love. I don't know if we really talk about love like that.
No, we don't. We don't. No, we don't. We don't.
Kind of
We
stay out of
don't.
each other's relationships.
Bro,
We let each other crash and
yeah.
burn, and then we like, dog, I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah,
told you she was kind of fucked up, dog.
yeah, take you to the bar.
Imagine if you had a sounding board like we do. How we, girl, he did, and then sometimes girls make it worse, but sometimes you have the girls or cousins who simmer it down. Look, if you had a sounding board,
Right.
it could be
Tell
different.
me why when she said that, I thought of that Boondocks. What was it? Oh my God.
Crazy wolf bitch.
Yes, the crazy wolf. Hey, you know what you should do, girl? You should just blow yourself up with a grenade.
It's funny.
That was
So I wouldn't even take that, girl. I'm like,
Blow yourself up
Wildin'.
with a grenade right now.
peace
Fuck
and
that
love.
shit.
Peace and love, y'all.
Blow yourself up with that
look. Let's end on the beautiful.
Yeah, black people need to keep showing black love to each other, man. We gotta like do this.
Right, and love
Starts
is
with
action.
us.
You gotta
Big fact.
you gotta take time
And also-
and create love.
Black men, it is okay to express your feelings with other black men. All right.
What
That
are
does not make you soft.
those?
That does not make you soft or weak.
Yo,
Right? Even if they hit you with that, bro, what you talking about? Just be like, yo, man, I just need you to hear this for a
I'm
second.
talking about love.
and yo, I gotta put it out there. I get it. We're from the hip hop generation. Bitches ain't shit, and these niggas ain't shit either. But we gotta show love to our black women and black kings
Right.
Hey, man,
in the
look,
midst of these bitches not being shit.
I hear what you're
Because
saying.
some bitches
Age.
ain't shit.
Bitches ain't shit. And yeah,
I hear what
Some
you're saying,
are
Age,
smart.
but it's hard. It's hard when Snoop Dogg used actual hoes in his videos, bro.
I get it. No, but brother, this is what the episode is about. Let's not believe the media. Let's not believe what we see. We got to and believe what we hear. These
Believe
bitches
what's
ain't shit.
you.
Yeah.
Believe what's in you. What's
Yeah,
in you
but
is you were
look-
born good
Yeah.
with love.
I
So
mean,
believe.
hey,
Yeah.
look, if I can get a woman as lovely as this
You heard?
nigga, the sky.
My nigga, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to be like Nas.
dog.
That's what I'm trying to aim. Be like Najee. It can happen.
If you
That
knew
was
where he
t-shirt.
came from, if you knew where he came from, just listen to the album.
Man.
Yo,
Yo, it's I'll keep it.
I got
Yo,
two
and
baby mamas. I got two baby mamas, not just one.
And I ain't none of them.
two. All right.
I'll just say this
Oh,
though,
man, dog.
like the beautiful queen was hitting to plug me up with one of her sisters or friends or hey holla if they got if they got your sense, I'm fucking with them. If they're like somewhat as intelligent, it's good. We can do it. Let's go get coffee or something. Afternoon date after coffee as long as the afternoon is good.
That's hella
Hey,
funny.
man.
I love you guys.
Love
Hey,
you.
hey, Najee, bro.
Let me
Hey,
share.
man, we gonna have to get Age some water
Wait.
because my brother is thirsty.
Last words.
Oh no,
Can
bro,
you get Brittany's last words?
it's nothing,
It's
bro.
time for them.
Yes.
Can I knock him down, please?
Hey, Brittany, you want to give us your last words before you gotta get out of here?
Words are, in life, I just want to practice being more open, and I've done that with my relationships, with coming on here and talking to strangers about love. So, Amani, thanks for inviting me, and thank you guys for holding this space. It's really good that you guys are doing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love
Thank you for
you.
sliding
It's
in.
dope having you.
You wanna go ahead and go ladies first? You wanna get your last words, baby?
Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. Sure. uh, you know, one thing I would leave with the people. It's like, I guess it's a beautiful, but it's also like a best practice. Is it's on top of knowing yourself. It's a benefit of knowing yourself really well. Noir King is uh, being able to lead when you should be the person who leads in that moment, and being able to let somebody else take the lead when you know that that's what's beneficial in that moment. And I appreciate that about practicing life with you. Um, and it's very antithetical to the stereotypes or the media hypes or the stories that we're told, where somebody has to have all the pressure on them, and if they can't handle it, then they're a failure or something, and then another person really doesn't have to do anything, but they should reap all the benefit. But when the reality is we're all being crushed by something, and if we're gonna live in a house together and live a life together, the last thing we want to do is crush each other. And so my that's something I want to give, but something that I got from this was a theme of like, if you center yourself in love, then what relationships will come out of that will reflect that. And that's beyond just romance, like you said, age. That's just in general. Like, if we lived in a world where it was just us, it would be very different, but we don't. So if we do that for ourselves, the rest will have to follow that lead of love and honoring one's self and having a foundation of self for who you are.
Wow, words.
That was nice.
Thank you.
All right, Najee.
Yeah, I can take it. You know, this has really made me think about myself and how I kind of view myself as a man, and a man in love. And I think it's really important to me, and I don't necessarily talk about it a lot, but I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. I feel like as a man, there are things that she needs me to be. You know what I'm saying? And that I need to be for my family and for my partner, for my mom, for my dad, all that kind of shit. And I think some of those things are like real hard, real structured, hard line kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I can consider myself like the doer of things in the house. If shit needs to be done, I'm there and I'm fucking about it and I'm hitting it hard. But also, it's really important, and I think this is the part that gets kind of tricky, and that's really personally difficult for me. It's really important for me to be able and to know when to be gentle and to be soft and to be loving. You know what I'm saying? And to be caring, and to take time out and think about my partner, or think about my children, and do something for them that's like out of the ordinary, something that they don't expect me to do because I'm thinking about them, something that's sweet and something that's kind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no matter how old we get together, I should always be dating her. I should always be courting her. No matter how old my children get, I should always be thinking about them and like wanting to give to them and give them my softness, because I feel like my role as a man requires me to be hard, but also it benefits me in how our relationship works together when I can also give them that softness too. It's like, yeah, I'm hard on you, Niaji, or yeah, I'm like hard, I'm drawing hard lines in our relationship or whatever, but I'm also here to be sweet with you.
And you got a Pisces daughter, so you
That's dope.
Really
right. I really gotta be able to walk that line between
That's
hard
dope.
and soft, and be able to be fluid between both of those things.
That's just hard.
Whew.
That's just hard. Yeah.
Man.
Be soft and fluid, and you get more P. No.
No, you're absolutely right. I get that, but like,
love romance, dog.
No,
put that in the rap song.
Keep it real, but like, brothers ain't soft. We so
Right.
hard.
Right. We so hard that we're not even able to be soft. And I was one of the hardest. I love being hard. I still tell all the time I love being hard. Give me some hardcore shit to do. I'm with it. I told somebody the other day, and this is a total side note. I was like, you know what? I would love to live in the Wild West times. And he was like, but people had guns and they was killing each other. I was like, I know. Like,
Real
it's gonna be
simple.
easier.
Real simple.
Like, I would trample
ABC.
people with my horse after.
Yeah.
Pow, pow, we out.
We out.
You ain't catch
Yeah.
me.
Signature move.
It's so dope. Yeah.
But
Can I follow suit?
go ahead, man.
Tonight's episode, super dope. Redefining the definition of a black man, because it is Valentine's Day, and you know we all are hard and we all from the hood, but like we do go through real shit. We have real love and we have real breakups, and it shit hurts. And Michi is a big breakup of mine, and I'm always going to talk about her because I know where it stems from, and it's a beautiful thing because the strongest man is the one who knows the weakness.
Mm.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I wrote that shit.
I was nice.
All right.
That's
Quote
powerful.
that man.
Quoted age.
Quoted age. Yeah,
Circa
dead ass.
2022.
Because jokes aside, I mean, it's actually easier for me to be hard, as Najee says. Like, I could just go from 0 to 100 easy, and I actually like to do it. Like, it's nothing.
My fucking blood.
It's nothing. It's my blood. But like, can I show that same 0 to 100 in a passionate, soft space where it needs to be done sometimes?
Right.
And that's what tonight's show is about. And I would like to really, I think, out of all the episodes we've had, this is probably one of the most monumental for me, because Valentine's Day is Valentine's Day. It's the day of love, and people are, not everyone is happy about today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So once again, I want to say thank you for the space. My name is Adrian H. Scott. What's up?
There we
Give
go.
me a
There we
heavy
go.
heart.
Okay, Mariah, you want to go ahead and take us away?
All right. I guess it falls on me to end this thing here with a couple words here. But I think today, all I gotta say is that final thoughts, Black love, man, it is a beautiful thing, and the world needs more of it. You know, like real talk, love thy neighbor. You know, but at the end of the day, it is important to love yourself. Um, Age said something real good. A strong man is the one who knows his weakness. I say this, final thought, man, a strong man is not the one who holds back tears. A strong man is the one who knows when to cry. Like real shit. Because only strong men can shed tears. Weak men cannot cry. Like I learned that in life. So there you go.
Well said, man.
Well said, sir. Well said. Tonight's show, Najee,
Man.
sir,
Ooh.
you hit the money on this one tonight, bro.
We all hit the
We
money.
got